Hello, Michael. My name is Nicholas Arjev, and today I'm going to be interviewing you. If it's all right with you, I'd like to get straight into the questions.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So first, why are you interested in this role in company?
I'm interested in this company because its mission revolves around my goals and beliefs. I've always wanted to work for a company that provides opportunities for individuals to grow. I'm very passionate about fitness, so I plan on working my way to a role that allows me to accompany those in need of guidance. I love working out, and I just want to bring that passion of mine to others. It is one desire to help the company expand, but it is another to provide a greater service for your actual clients and customers.
Okay. Next, how do you handle stress or pressure?
In order to handle my stress, I like to step away from the grand scheme of things. Most of the time, I only feel stressed out because I do not assess the entire situation. If I am presented with a deadline, it is important for me to lay out my workload. Visualizing the amount of work that needs to be done removes the sensation of failing. Having a clearly illustrated plan of action eliminates my stress. I need to break down my weeks into days and organize myself in a manner that prioritizes productivity and rewards me afterwards. For me, stress is an emotion that comes from fear. So I do all that I can to liberate myself from such anxiousness.
Okay. Tell me about a time you made a mistake.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. But one time I made a mistake is when I allowed myself to procrastinate. I just talked about how I try and stay on top of my stress, but this was before all that. I procrastinated. I was given a deadline probably a month in advance. So I didn't think much of it at the time. I allowed time to pass on without even touching the task. When 2 weeks went by, I realized that the amount of needed attention was far more than the two remaining weeks I had. I did not meet the date and received the deserved consequences. From that mistake, I've learned not to be comfortable, but rather prepared.
All right. What about your greatest strength?
My greatest strength definitely has to be my communication skills. I truly enjoy talking to people and learning more about them. I feel like this passion and desire really allows me to elaborate on people's needs and their wants. Building a relationship with someone is powerful, especially when on a team. I make it my mission to find common ground with those I work with in order to create comfort in our workspace because I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable with me or not want to be around me or doesn't want to talk to me. I just want to be friends with those that I work with. Being able to converse regularly or in a professional manner is imperative for success, in my opinion. I believe that my strength in communication is really what sets me apart from others.
All right. And what about the most difficult challenge of your last job?
Uh, my last job was a bit complicated. The most difficult challenge was definitely managing the workload with the amount of staff that we had. It was a small school, so the amount of workers to the amount of tasks that need to be done was not really there. So if my coworkers ever got sick or they called out, a huge burden would be placed on my shoulders because my work schedule or my school schedule was like the most lenient. Yeah, since they knew my work schedule, they would really call me to cover for them or handle all the situations that they couldn't on very short notice, which was super frustrating. If more than one person was out at a time, I would have to be doing three jobs just myself. It was tiring and really hard to manage my schoolwork at the time as well. But even though it was so frustrating and tiring, I knew that I needed to do the work because I was being relied on and they needed me. So I presented myself regardless of the circumstances.
All right. And lastly, where did you find out about this job opening?
Um, as I mentioned before, I'm already in kind of the fitness scene. So this job offering at the gym was really up my alley. I looked on LinkedIn for a few gym openings, and this one really stood out to me. I've been at this gym a few times. I got in with a free pass with my friends, and a few of the gym workers just really spoke to me. Their charismatic features and the way they really cared about their people and their clients. I just really wanted to work alongside them and provide that for the customers as well. So it was through LinkedIn and a few personal experience with other gym workers.
All right, thank you. And do you have any other questions for me?
Yes, I actually do have one question. What characteristics are best suited for this role?
So currently, we're looking for someone who's outgoing and community oriented, and being good around our clients is very important for the membership longevity. Do you have
Yeah,
any other questions?
not at the time, but I definitely figured that those things were something you guys are looking for, and I hope to fulfill those characteristics.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for taking the time for this interview.
Of course, thank you.